is up, guys? It's been quite a long time that I haven't posted, and I think few months, actually more than a few months. How's everyone? I hope you guys are doing well in whatever state you're in. If you're a med student or you're writing an exam or whatever. Um, I didn't post because the phase of from student into this whole realm of being a doctor is very overwhelming. So I don't know, maybe I might do a video on it. I don't know. Let me know. I've seen a lot of comments and questions. So my next video will probably be a Q&A. So if you have extra questions on what I'm doing or what I'm planning to do, blah blah blah, down in the comment section, or you can hit me up in my social media, Twitter and Instagram. Do follow me there. You can DM me any questions. I'll answer. So you're here because you saw the video and the title, and you're like, all right, I'm curious. Okay, so I passed the Ielts in one go. Alhamdulillah. I know it's a very big hassle. It's a struggle because it's an English exam, but it's just absurd. But I'll try to tell you guys what I did. Disclaimer: these are not tips. This is just what I did and how I passed. I'll tell you what I got. I got 8.5 in speaking, 8.5 in listening, 7 in writing, and 8 in reading. Good enough for PLAB. That's my plan, so I passed. So I'll speak on each section, though I did not practice each section. I only practiced for reading and writing. Speaking and listening, I did not have any issue with it, so I did not practice. But from what I've seen and heard from other people and professionals, tutors and all that, I'll do give you some hints on them and what I try to, make better of myself in those specific sections. Alright, so let us start with the easiest one, speaking. The best way to be able to find it easy in this section is speak, speak, speak. Speak with confidence. Speak without hesitation. And speak with all your... think first, then speak. If you're asked a question during the exam, they ask you random questions. And the problem is, because of their randomness, you have to talk about them. In my own exam, they asked me, what was it? It was about a question about technology and memorization, how they're linked, something like that. So imagine that kind of question thrown at you in an exam. You can actually you can use an indirect way of asking the examiner to get some time to think. What I did was, that's a very good question, sir. Give me a moment to think about it. And he'll give you a moment because you have used a grammatical, fashion to ask for some time. You could do that. Apart from that, you can look at past question papers and see the kind of questions they ask, and you can just talk to yourself. Time yourself and talk to yourself, and then record it and listen to it. That's what a lot of professional tutors say. So you can try that. Next, listening. For listening part, I did practice. I kept on getting 8, 8.5, 8.58, it was always above 8. I did these the first about 6 or 7 times, practice tests, and these are official Ielts academic tests, like the Oxford ones, not the online. There are a lot of websites online. I advise get the original past question papers. And so I did those, I got good marks, and I was like, there is no use. But if you do have difficulty, listen to a lot of podcasts. The more you listen, the more you're able to grab information. Now, there are a lot of apps on Android which have which are focused on podcasts or listening. They'll give you a little bit of audio and then they'll ask you questions on them. So you can search them, or I'll search them and I'll put them in the description box, the name of the app and the Google Store link. If that helps you, well, good luck. Apart from that, there is not much I can say on listening, because I didn't really practice, but that is the only advice I can give you, to be honest. Then we have reading. Reading, first of all, there are many strategies for reading. Secondly, there are types of questions, so let's focus on these two. Now, strategy meaning, how are you answering them? Are you gonna be like, read it first and then answer, or answer the question then read it? That's what people say. Personally, I advise against reading the question first and then going to the why. It's better to have an idea of what you're entering into than just entering into it randomly just because someone asked you a question about it. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're asked something about this pen. Random question, right? You go to the what's the name, the passage, and there are more than 6 different words of pens used. Like it or not, you're gonna have to read it. So why not just do it once and get over it and get an idea of what it, acclimatize yourself with what the passage is on about, and then go. So that's what I advise. If you're effective and efficient in doing questions first and then reading the passage, well then, good for you. But I'm not. It didn't work for me because I actually tried it out. Because I saw a lot of tutors on YouTube saying this better, but for me it wasn't working. So I reverted back to my old ways, and it worked perfectly. All right, that's first. So know your strategy. Second, under this strategy itself, time allocation is extremely crucial. What I mean by time allocation, what I did is, there are 3 passages, right? So, and they say 60 minutes total, so 20, 20, 20. While we all know the last passage is the hectic one. It's longer and it's a bit more advanced because the kind of topics they touch on is really surprising sometimes. So this is what I did. Passage 1, 10 minutes. Passage 2, 15 minutes. Passage 3, 35 minutes. So 60 minutes total. Now, passage 1, 10 minutes, what I mean by that is 10 minutes including reading the passage and answering the question. Passage 2, 15 minutes reading the question and answering, and then you have 35 minutes for the last one. Now this gives you enough time to even go back and check extra, because I'm sure 35 minutes are more than enough for the last part. You probably finish it in like 20-25 minutes and you have 10 minutes extra. This will give you time to maybe go back to those questions you skipped or those ones you were like doubting. So that's my own advice for the time allocation strategy. If you think time is too low or too small, 10 and 15, practice skimming faster, because that's what takes a lot of time. Skim and you don't understand it, or skim or read carefully and understand. Now for that too, I have an idea. There are 2 ways of reading something. Now, alright, so let's say this, right? Sorry, okay, this. If you read this in your head, it might be very slow. But if you read this with your mouth, with your lips moving, it might be faster. And in both times, you will understand what they're talking about. But maybe the one you read with your mind might be much deeper because it's a bit slower. But the one with the lips will be not as much or detailed, but it's still enough. And that is what you need for the exam. You don't need to understand the whole passage word by word. So what I did is I was reading with my lips moving. You can try it right now. Pause the video and try it in any random passage, and you'll see if you're moving your lips and reading, it's much faster. So you can try it out and see. And let me know down in the comment section. Alright, now second part, types of questions. There are different types of questions. There is we have to fill in the gaps. We have the ones where they ask for the dates, and then the scientist, if you're scientist, some sort of that, or history questions, or they'll put the name of the historians or the scientist or whoever, and then they say what date was it. There's match heading matches, a summary of the paragraphs. Now the ones that gave me the issue the most was match the headings for some reason. So I tried to find a solution, and I found solutions in 2 YouTube channels, which I will tell you about. I'm not advocating for them. Sorry, I'm not advertising for them because I don't know I exist. But they really helped me out, so I do have to shout them out. One, E2 English. J is really good. And second, Oxford Online English. Or is it Oxford Online Help? I will put the names of the channels down in the description box. These two were really good. They helped me in knowing in a paragraph topic sentences, how to use the topic sentences, the final sentence of the paragraph, and the others. Because sometimes the topic sentence and the final sentence will not be conclusive enough to give you what the topic is about. So you can add one more sentence in the paragraph to know what it's talking about. So, all these. So these 2 channels were really helpful. So I advise you go through them. The reason why I don't want to give you specific advices in each of these is because I'm not a professional tutor. I use them as well. So what I used and I passed should be what you do as well. So that's why I'm just telling you about them. Lastly, the writing part. This is me being dead honest. Only practiced 2 days for writing and only did 2. I only wrote 2 passages or essays. Sorry. Why? I was too lazy. So I was like, to hell with it. But what I used to be able to be more confident, to be able to know what the question is about, and to have an idea on what to write, I used this website called Ielts-simon.org. He's an ex-examiner of Ielts, and it's a blog he has, and he answers a lot of questions in every section: reading, writing, everything. But I was focused on writing. He tells you how to make intros, conclusions, how many types of paragraphs, how many paragraphs you need. You need a 2-body paragraph essay, a 3-body paragraph essay. How to know what the question is actually asking, because sometimes the question is confusing. It could be asking you problems and solutions, and you might think it's opinions. It could be asking you opinions from one side, and you might think it's opinions from both sides. So being able to tell what the question is also very important. So that's 1. 2, I think personally for me, what I learned from all these blogs is he kept on saying that people or students or people like us who are writing the exam don't allocate time for planning. You have 20 minutes for the first one. So 20 minutes for the first one, 40 minutes for the second one. Now remember, marks is 65-35. So the first one only has 35% of the exam, the first essay, and the second essay only has the highest 65%. So you have to focus more on that. Now you have 40 minutes for the second one. This is what I did on the exam day. I did not write anything on the paper for 10 minutes. Imagine this as the question paper. If I still had it, I wish I had it, I would have showed you. At this whole side was whole ideas. I was just writing out ideas for the questions that I had. My question was, I still remember it. Some people believe that arts and crafts are important in society, while some people believe that governments should use the resources and money on the other sectors. What is your opinion on that, or something? So I did a 2-body paragraph talking about both sides. I was partial to one, and I was impartial to one, and I was fully agreeing to the other one. So you see. So I was writing out ideas, and the first 2 minutes of those 10 minutes of thinking about ideas, I didn't have anything. I was just scared, but I was like, relax, got this. And slowly ideas started coming. That is the thing. We get nervous because there's 40 minutes and we're like, we'll be able to write it. And trust me, if you have ideas, you can write it. Having ideas is the issue. Now, one good thing about that website I told you about is he also has a book called Ideas for Ielts Exam. for writing, so he made up ideas for all the kind of questions they ask, and which is very good. I went through it, and the question that they asked actually came out was in those idea books. So you see, sorry. So anyways, that's what I did for my Ielts prep. It took me 10 days in total before the exam. So, and alhamdulillah, I passed it. And if you're one of those who's writing it, don't worry about it. Just write, go through the things I told you, the channels, E2, Oxford Online English. There's another one I think called Ielts Made Easy. I'll put all the ones I know, and you can go through them. And then this website. For me, this website is the Ielts Simon, hands down. I have like 4 or 5 friends who wrote it, and I told them about it, and they all vouched on how good he is on teaching on writing. And writing is the biggest issue in this exam, so do check it out. Well, basically, that is it. I hope this is helpful to anyone. If it is not, well, I just wanted to share my experience. Do know that this is not tips. I'm just telling you what I did. If it helps you, that's good. If it doesn't, well, thank you for watching. And if you have any other questions, DM me, Instagram or my Twitter. Please do follow me. Do subscribe. The 140 people who have subscribed, thank you guys very much. I know I haven't posted much, but coming back slowly and slowly. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time.